Yes, sir. That's the new Reverend Guitars Pete Anderson signature model, played by Pete Anderson. Hey, this is Rich Osweiler coming to you from the 2014 NAMM show in Anaheim, California for PremierGuitar.com, and we are at the Reverend Guitars booth, and I am here with Mr. Joe Naylor, who's going to take us through a few models they've got that they're showing off here new in Anaheim. And I think we'll just start. Why don't we start off here with the Pete Anderson we're just here, and tell me about it, Joe.
Sure, absolutely. This is the new Pete Anderson HB Custom, and HB stands for humbuckers. And this is the latest in his signature series, and what we've done on this one, Rich, is we've thrown a couple Alnico humbuckers in there, vintage style, PAF style humbuckers, and some of the other features. We put a nice trapeze tailpiece on there. There's the previous models had Bigsby's, but this is aimed a little more maybe at the jazz blues guy. Also, it has the spruce top, and the controls would be volume, tone, and bass contour, which is a Reverend exclusive feature that allows you to revoice the pickups, making it very versatile, making it really fat, jazzy, or really twangy, just by flipping the knob. There's the flame maple back, satin finish, and that's called Violin Brown. Three-piece Carina neck, and locking tuners up at the headstock. And of course, hand-applied serial number, and that, in fact, is a prototype. And we have binding on the headstock, too, which is new for the series.
That's gorgeous. When are these available, Joe?
These will be
available?
Yeah, availability will probably be end of February. Yeah.
And street price, ballpark, if you know it.
Somewhere around 1,100.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, cool. We got a whole bunch of other stuff to look at, so I'm going to kind of swing around and just let you start pulling guitars off the rack.
Rich, what we have here is the new Reeves Gabrels signature model. It's called the Reeves Gabrels Spacehawk, and this is kind of an unusual guitar because it's semi-hollow, but it's a sealed body, which reduces feedback. So it has a block of wood down the middle, and then chambers on both sides. And it also has an arm contour, which is very unusual for a hollow instrument. And Bigsby, volume, tone, bass contour, kill switch, three-piece pick guard, and these are the rail hammer pickups, which are Reeves' favorite pickups. And this uses a rail structure under the wound strings to keep the tone very tight, and then oversized pole pieces under the plain strings, which give the plain strings a real fat tone. So it's a very balanced EQ all across the strings.
Nice. And
that is a rail hammer chisel in the bridge and rail hammer hyper vintage in the neck. Carina back with a maple top, three-piece Carina neck, set neck construction, and the Reverend pinlock tuners, which you'll find on all Reverend guitars. And then hand signed by Zach Green, who does all the setups. 6 on the side headstock, graphite nuts, rosewood fretboard, 2-way truss rod. And that is the Reeves Gabrels Spacehawk.
Gorgeous. And this is another new one on the low end side.
Let's move to bass. This is the Michele Negaticello signature model, and we call it the Fellowship is the name of the model. And yeah, it's a very minimalist, streamlined bass. What we have here is a Carina body, volume and tone stacked, a locking bridge, string through body, and this is a brand new pickup, Rich. This is the P blade, and it's basically like a classic P bass tone, but it has extended low end. And not only is the low end extended, but it's also has more clarity than a typical P bass. So it's just a bigger sounding P bass style pickup.
Nice.
And set neck construction, contoured edges, string through body, three-piece Carina neck, satin black finish, and there's Michele's signature there.
Again, available February or so?
Yeah. Yeah. Taking orders now. Yeah. Reverse headstock. So there it is. It's a deceivingly simple bass, but it's actually very versatile.
No, it's a good-looking bass for sure.
Yeah.
All right, Joe, so what do you got next?
What we got here is the Warhawk RT. And the RT stands for Revtron, which is this pickup here. And it's based on a late 50s Filtertron style pickup.
Okay.
It's a small humbucker, very punchy. It's got a nice upper mid-range ring to it. Nice and chimey, nice and twangy. And like all the Warhawks, it's a solid Carina body with a raised center section. Volume tone bass, 3-way selector. And this particular model comes stock with the Bigsby and the roller bridge, so it actually stays in tune. Set neck construction, 3-piece neck again, locking tuners.
Okay.
Graphite nut. And then when you combine all that, the locking tuners and the roller bridge and all that, it stays in tune pretty well, which is, again, unusual for a Bigsby. Rosewood fingerboard jumbo frets. And this is a old Reverend color that we're reissuing. It's called Metallic Alpine Green.
Okay.
And that is the Warhawk RT.
Gorgeous. Well, Joe, lots of cool new stuff happening, Reverend. Where can folks find out about these models and everything else you got going on?
Well, you want to go to reverendguitars.com and take a look.
I appreciate your time, my friend.
All right, thank you, Rich.
All right. This is Rich Osweiler for PremierGuitar.com from the 2014 NAMM show. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can check out both this and everything else that we're checking out this week. Thank you very much. Later.